What's up guys, it's Kelly and today I've got another swatch and review for you. Today, for the very first time on my channel, I am reviewing for you guys a dollar store nail polish. And this is something you guys have been asking me to do for a really long time. I finally got my hands on some and that's what we're talking about today. So I have what I believe is the full line from a brand called Believe Beauty, which is a makeup and nail polish line that is exclusively available at Dollar General. By the way, they are also available online, so I'm gonna link that stuff down below, but we're gonna talk more about availability later. More about the brand. They're actually not listed as being vegan or cruelty-free or any amount of free of dangerous chemicals that are normally found in nail polish. However, I did look at the ingredients on their website and I noticed they don't have any formaldehyde, they don't have formaldehyde resin, they don't have toluene, and they don't have camphor, so they are at least free. I don't know the other ones that are not supposed to be in nail polishes, but they do have their ingredients listed out on their website. So if there's anything that you don't want in your nail polishes, you can totally check that out. But yeah, so I know for a fact that they're at least free based on my own limited research. So I was really curious to try out the quality of these polishes. I know you guys have been requesting that I do more affordable brands, which I have been sharing on my channel. I've been doing a lot of Sally Hansen and Sinful Colors, and I did an LA Colors review recently, which I believe is another dollar store nail polish brand. But yeah, so let's find out what we think of Believe Beauty. Roll swatches.
So as always, just using base coat underneath all of my swatches. This is the Orly Bonder base coat, which I will link in the description below. So first up, I'm showing you the shade Serene, which is a really beautiful dusty jade green cream shade. And as soon as I started applying this, I was so impressed with it. It basically gave me one coat coverage. I am going to show you a second coat just so you can see what that looks like. But the formula was so fantastic. It was self-leveling. The opacity was incredible. The brush was really comfortable to use. And this is just a really great color. It was a great color to start off on. Next up, we have the shade Chakra, which is a really beautiful pale lavender cream shade, and I know it looks almost white in this swatch, but you can definitely tell that there is a little bit of a purpley tinge to it. This one was a little bit sheer on that first coat, but I managed to get full opacity in two, and the color is really beautiful. It didn't perform how I would expect a drugstore pastel shade to perform. It ended up looking really nice. It didn't feel chalky or anything, and I really liked the color. Next up, we have the shade Roulette, which is a really beautiful glittery topper that features a bunch of little iridescent hex glitters in it. At first, I kind of thought this was going to be holographic, but it turns out it's just different colored glitters that are in that base, so it's a little misleading, but I think it looks really cool, and I like that they're sort of going for that holographic look. The coverage was really even, and it looked really beautiful, especially over that shade Chakra. Next up, we have the shade Girl Talk, which is a very light beige nude cream, and this was another one that really impressed me. I feel like I've definitely been in like a nude mood lately, and this color I feel like matches me so well. I know I say that about every nude, but I think I've told you guys before that I feel like any nude color looks good on any skin tone, and oh man, I just love the way this one looks on me. It's slightly lighter than my skin tone, but it has that nice warm tinge to it that just makes it a perfect any time of year nude, and it smoothed out really nicely. It was self-leveling, and I had two coats for full opacity. Next up, we have the shade Kiss and Tell, which is one of those really classic bright pinky red cream shades. I feel like this is such like a conventional classic nail polish color, and I'm really impressed with the coverage on this one too. This was another one that was pretty much a one coater, but just for consistency's sake, I did throw on a second just to show you what that looked like. It applied so easily and smoothly, and I think it looks so good on the nail. Next up, we have the shade Rouge Veritable, which I have no idea what that name means, but it is a classic cherry red cream shade, and I always love when a red cream like this doesn't have that sort of jelly-like formula and it's just like fully opaque, and I was really impressed again with the coverage on this one. I feel like the coverage of these colors was just so good. I was not expecting that from a dollar store brand. I feel like they did a fantastic job with just that alone, and again, self-leveling, very important to me. Next up, we have the shade Duchess, and this was actually that jelly-like formula that I was talking about. This one's more of like a dark maroon red shade, again with that sort of jelly-like formula. So the more coats you layer on, the darker and vampier it's gonna be. For me, I settled on two coats. I think that looked really nice, but if you want it to be a little bit darker and a little bit more vampy, then you can always throw on a third coat. I still think this looked pretty good, and it applied pretty easily as well. And last but not least, we have the shade Gold Rose, which is a rose gold glitter topper that features different hex glitters. And this is a really simple glitter topper, but I honestly do love these kinds of colors. I think they always add a little bit of sparkle. They're great for a detail nail or for a gradient, and I don't know, I really like this one. I think it looked nice, and I love when they apply smoothly and you don't have to do any like crazy amount of placement.
So yeah, overall I was actually very impressed with this brand. I think that the polishes are really great quality. I think the colors that they have made so far are absolutely gorgeous, so I'm really excited to see what else they come out with. As far as I'm aware, this is a relatively new brand that just came out last year, so they're probably going to be expanding their line, which I'm really excited about. I also love that they do have that wide flat brush. It did give me a little bit of issue because I think there's a little bit of some wonky brushes going on there, which is to be expected with less expensive brands, and I tend to be a lot more forgiving of them, but I was really impressed with just the quality in general of these, and I think the formulas were so good. A lot of them were almost one coaters, which was really impressive.
So just a quick note, I did mention this in the outro of this video, but the audio got messed up, so I'm just gonna do it as a little voiceover. All of these bottles actually say gel effect on them. I just want to clarify that even though they say that, these are regular lacquers. They don't require any curing or LED lamps or anything like that. It's actually a huge pet peeve of mine when brands say that they're gel effect. One, because I feel like it kind of creates this confusion among people where they're not sure if it's a regular nail polish or if it's a gel nail polish, but also because I feel like gel-like just means it's a regular nail polish, because I mean, isn't every nail polish just gel-like? But it's not a gel, because what is a gel except for nail polish-like but with gel? I don't know. Kind of makes me angry, but I just thought you guys should know that this is just a regular lacquer, and they do feature that very annoying phrase gel effect on them, but regardless, I still like them.
Another quick thing to note is that even though these polishes are at the dollar store, these run for $2.50 a USD each. So they're actually a little bit more expensive than brands like Sinful Colors, which is interesting. I thought they would be $1, but they do end up being a little bit more. But I still think that's a really great price for such a good brand of nail polish. And I think that, like I said, again, the formulas were really good, the colors were really good, the brush was really good, and I think it's also like a pretty high quality experience. The bottles are really beautiful, they store really easily because they're square, and I don't know, it looks really pretty. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I would love to hear from you guys. Have you tried this brand before? Have you tried any of their makeup? Because I also heard that's kind of good and I want to go pick it up and see what my thoughts are on it. And also, if there's any other dollar store brands that you want to see me try, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy my swatch and review videos, please give this one a thumbs up because it helps me out and makes me know what kind of stuff you guys like. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I do lots of nail polish related videos and occasionally hair and makeup related videos. And that is it, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye! What's a fun fact? Well, fun fact, I actually name all of my SD cards that I use to film my videos. And the current one that I'm using right now is called Roxanne, and the reason that I named her Roxanne is because she has to put on the red light in order to record me. And I think I'm so funny for that, and nobody else thinks that's funny, so can somebody please validate me and tell me that that's hilarious? Just let me know in the comments. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.